Father, good evening. Sajan, Father. Father Sajan.
Sir, good evening.
Father, good evening.
Yes, sir. All set, sir?
How are you, Father?
Going well, sir.
Going well. How about admissions?
Admissions are going on. First
How about
counseling
MBA
only is over,
admissions?
sir. Sorry, sir?
You are in a new initiative of starting MBA. How is MBA?
Yeah. MBA, MCA, they are not yet started. They are not opened the portal yet.
Okay.
First is a UG, they need to settle, then only they will move on to PG.
Okay. What about
Yes.
UG? You have good admissions?
Yeah, going well, sir.
Fine, Father. Fine.
This time also we should be able to get full strength, I think.
Father?
This time also, hopefully we'll get full strength.
Yeah, good, Father. It is you are there, no?
Approximately 360. 360 should be coming in from UG.
Fine.
120 in PG. So 480 admissions.
Super, Father. Super.
Yes, sir.
Within short span, you have taken to the greater heights. Most probably by next year, you will be starting PhD. Yeah? Sorry, one batch should go, no?
One batch should finish now, sir. Then we may look for some other courses too.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice, Father. Nice. Really happy to speak
Thank you.
freely, no?
Thank you, sir.
How is summer?
Okay.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Shall we start? One more minute. We will start shortly by 6:30.
All the faculties from here also will be joining, sir.
Yes, Father. Yes. Dr. Sasikant will be there. Professor Lawrence, and new faces are there.
Okay.
Mrs. Durgavadi. I think you may be knowing Ranjita.
Ranjita.
Just as she has completed. She is Durgavadi.
I am seeing the name. Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, please.
Ma'am, your mic is muted, so we will not be able to hear you.
Okay.
She is Ranjita.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Father.
Yes, good evening. But big shot I am seeing there, Ranjita sitting down.
Yes. Big faculty department.
Are you on the road?
Yes, Father.
Then your generation is set, no doubt.
And we have one more faculty, Mr. Santosh Kumar.
Okay, sir.
You may be knowing. Can you unmute your video? Yeah, he's Santosh Kumar. You know him, no?
Yes.
Yeah, you are when
This
you
was
were
a hero there in the
director.
hostel, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, shall we start?
Hi, Father. I am Sasikant.
We were wondering where it disappeared, you see?
Okay, Father.
Yes, sir.
Shall we start? Yeah, we shall.
Okay, Father. Shall we start, Father? Professor Lawrence,
Sir.
shall we start? Lawrence, sir? Sir Lawrence? Sir Lawrence? Sir Lawrence, sir?
Yeah, yes, come in, sir.
Yeah. Sir Lawrence?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Father, good evening.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, now I request the MC team to take up. Mhm. Sir, it's okay. Confusion. Useless. Last minute. Akshaya, please. Thank you, Akshaya. Respected fathers, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, and dear participants. Welcome to this faculty development program where we gather to explore the transformative power of Gen Z in shaping the future of industry and education. Today, we embark on a journey to understand the values, aspirations, and approaches of this generation and how they are redefining the world of work. Gen Z, born into a rapidly changing world, is not just a demographic cohort. They are a catalyst for innovation, creativity, and progress. Growing up in a digital age, they have been exposed to an unprecedented amount of information, diversity, and complexity. As a result, they bring a unique perspective to the table, one that is characterized by pragmatism, adaptability, and a desire for authenticity. As educators, it is essential for us to understand the Gen Z mindset and prepare our students to thrive in a world that is vastly different from the one we knew. We need to recognize that Gen Z is not just looking for jobs, they are seeking purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. They want to make a difference, drive positive change, and leave a lasting impact. The traditional notion of career, productivity, and success are being redefined by Gen Z. They prioritize work life balance, flexibility, and autonomy. The value experiences over material possessions and seek opportunities for growth, learning, and self improvement. As educators, we need to adapt our teaching methods, curriculum, and assessment strategies to meet the evolving needs of this generation. In this FDP, we will explore the Gen Z phenomenon in depth, discussing topics such as the values and aspirations of Gen Z, the impact of technology on their lives and learning styles. Through expert talks and interactive sessions, we will gain insights into the Gen Z mindset and develop practical strategies for engaging, motivating, and inspiring this generation. We will also explore ways to leverage technology, innovation, and collaboration to create a more inclusive, effective, and student centric learning environment. As we have embarked on this journey, I encourage you to be open minded, curious, and receptive to new ideas. Let's work together to create a learning ecosystem that empowers Gen Z to become the leaders, innovators, and change makers of tomorrow. Thank you, and let the learning begin. So I appreciate all the participants, and I am really grateful to Father Reverend Dr. Sajan M. George for being accepting our invitation to act as a resource person of the day. So I am really very grateful to Father because he's a busy man. And he's very. I think I don't want to introduce more about him. There are people who are there to introduce Father. So I am really very grateful to Reverend Father. And next, I would like to thank all the organizing team, Reverend Dr. Sasigant and Mr. Professor Lawrence, for their continuous effort and initiative to make this wonderful program as a grand success, and the organizing coordinators, Professor Durgavadi, Professor Joseph Santosh Kumar, and Professor Ranjita for their support, and the student community for their constant effort in making this program well begin so that there will be a good learning. So thank you for everyone for accepting and being part of this FDP. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Deepika from PG and Research Department of Management Studies, Sacred Heart College, Autonomous, Tirupattur. It's my privilege to introduce our esteemed resource person, Reverend Dr. Sajan M. George, a distinguished academician and leader with over 28 years of teaching experience. He currently serves as the chairman of Don Bosco Institution of Technology, DBIT, Delhi, and is widely recognized for his visionary leadership in higher education. Dr. Sajan holds an exceptional academic background with 6 master degrees and 4 bachelor degrees, demonstrating his commitments to lifelong learning. He is also a certified expert in various technical and soft skills recognized by reputed institutions including Youth Reach, Tech Mahindra Foundation, and the British Council of India. An accomplished scholar, he has published 4 books, secured a patent title, a study on customer attitude and satisfaction towards online shopping, and has contributed numerous research papers in Scopus, Web of Science, and UGC CARE Index Journal. Dr. Sajan's excellence in academics has been acknowledged with 24 prestigious awards, including the ERDA Excellence Award 2024 for academic leadership. He has been a mentor and guide to thousands of students and continues to inspire the academic community through his integrity, humility, and dedication. We are honored to have him with us today, and we look forward to gaining deep insights from his experience and knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepika and Ginsen, for the introductory words. Respected fathers and my honorable gurus, my HOD was there. Who is yes, Dr. Sashikumar, Dr. Shishigant, Lawrence are there, and I don't find any other faculty members, and other teachers, participants, and also faculties from our own college here. It is a privileged moment for me to address you all on a forum like this, which was not contemplated much, but then obviously my HOD sir, my Guruji, when he says there is no alternative, but you have to say yes to that, and that is where it is. So, sir, thank you for the opportunity. And coming back on to today's topic.
Participants somewhere who is relevant, kindly mute your.
Hello?
Yes,
Am I audible?
Yes, Father, we can hear you.
Okay. At the very outset, a big word of thank you to my teachers, my professors, starting with Dr. Shishigant and then Dr. Shishikumar and then Lawrence sir and then other professors who are there from SSC and then the fathers who are present there and all the other participants. Thank you for having given this beautiful opportunity. And then I am indeed grateful to you. And let's go in directly into the topic concerned. Before we enter into the topic, I would like to present you a small story. At the end of it all, there will be queries and to which you may respond in the comment box. The story is about the project launch, A Tale of Two Generations, wherein it is with Nexa Tech Solutions, a mid-sized technical firm. The marketing department was preparing for the launch of a new product. The project team consisted of two very different employees. And this is where we need to understand. One was Mr. Sharma, aging just 58 years old, a seasoned marketing manager with 30 years of experience at the back of the individual. And at the other side, we had Zara, 24-year-old, a freshly recruited Generation Z digital marketer, full of energy, full of ideas, full of life. The team was asked, with the planning, a combine for the launch within 10 days. Now we come to the individual marketers. Mr. Sharma, his approach obvious, 30 years of experience at the back of him. Obviously, he is with traditional approach. And he will structured planning. So he wanted a detailed strategy to be prepared, a flow chart to be ready, and formal meetings to be conducted. So everything was on schedule. And a clear hierarchy wherein he expected junior staff to wait for the command to come from top level management, and offline communication. He preferred face-to-face briefing about and email updates about the happenings, the plans, the strategy, and all that. And working in office, he stayed late into the evenings and expected the same from others, for deadline was of 10 days. And as a result, we can see a valued person with discipline, process in place, and long-term thinking. Absolutely right. A hardworking, dedicated, and authentic employee. On the other side, Zara, mind you, as was already stated, she was Generation Z worker. Sarah preferred agile execution. Therefore, she created a digital storyboard in Canva and shared it within hours to the entire audience that she thought it needs to reach to. Collaborative tool she opted for. Therefore, she used Slack, Google Docs, and scheduled a quick Zoom brainstorm. Visual communication, she made a 60-second teaser video and shared it onto the social media platform, particularly in Instagram Reels. Flexible work, she worked from a cafe, responding to instantly via her smartphone. She valued speed, accuracy, creativity, and freedom all the way. Now begins the clash. One side, we have got Sharma staying with the traditional approach, and the other side, we have got Zara coming in with the Generation Z approach. So clash begins. At the very first outset, their approach clashed, and Sharma found Zara too casual, disruptive to the core. And Zara found, on the other side, Sharma too rigid, too slow to adapt, and things did not become fast and accurate as she expected. Now begins, slowly and steadily, when they started understanding each other, something clicked. Sharma saw how Zara, in her social media preview, went viral, getting more tractions than any previous launch. And Zara, on the other side, she noticed, appreciated how Sharma's strategic insights and customer segmentation helped to refine the targeting group. So they combined and they adapted to a new approach. Mr. Sharma started using Zoom and Slack. And on the other side, Sarah opted to build a proper reporting system. And together, traditional and Generation Z, they delivered one of the most successful launches in the company's history. Dear friends, this is a story. Now may I ask to the audience concerned, what is the moral of the story? Kindly respond in the message box, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening. My name is Dr. Asjad Usmani.
Yes, sir.
The morale is that, sir, we should be touched and we should be grounded to our traditional things that is happening, and we should adapt the new thing for success in life. Tradition should be there, and we should carry the best one, as well as we should be in touch with the new thing that will give us a very good thing to capture the market. Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Asja sir. Anybody else?
Dear participants, you are free to ping the message in the chat box. Further, there is one reply from the chat box. And dear D'Souza,
Take the best of both the generations. Very nice.
yes.
Anybody else? Okay, we come back. When we look at the scenario that was found there, we can see two different generations trying to understand each other at the very outset. And later on, we are seeing there is an effort made from both the ends to give and take. And as a result, we are seeing both the generations, be it from the traditional or from Generation Z, both have got their strength. Traditional workers offer us wisdom, structure, depth, whereas Generation Z brings innovation, technical survivance, and speed. When these strengths are represented and combined, they create a combined powerful
Dear
outcome.
participants, Father, just a minute. Dear participants, kindly mute the audio. Thank you. Yes, Father.
And that seems to be, okay, thank you. And that seems to be the strong message that is out there. And dear friends, that is the topic today we are at. Generation is unplugged, rewiring the work, purpose, and power. In the new age
இப்போதாண்டி
of
வந்த
industry.
டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் அது
Josephine,
அவ வருவா
kindly mute it. Josephine.
போனோம் வந்து ஒரு
Dear participants, please kindly mute your audio, please. Josephine, Reena, please.
Okay. When we talk about Generation Z unplugged, and we are in the topic itself, it is written there, rewiring the work, the purpose, and the power. Dear friends, that those three words illustrate everything that we need to understand from Generation Z. What is it that they do? It's not that they do not work, but the way we work will have to be adapted to the new technology. The purpose for our work might have to be looked at and may have to be modified. And the effort that is put in, it may have to vary a little bit. Let's understand a little more when we talk about fourth industrial revolution. We all of us know industrial revolution started with the first one wherein tools were made, and then progression was made in the second, and third one came in, and the fourth one currently we are at, wherein we know we are continuing to reshape. What are we reshaping? The global economy. How are we reshaping it? With rapid advances in automation, artificial intelligence, and remote work. A powerful new force is redefining the dynamics of workplace, and that is Generation Z. To understand it better, right now I had heard my guide, Dr. Sasikumar, telling, particularly taking out the names of the participants, kindly mute your mobile phone. That indicated very clearly that we all of us are not present physically in one place, but it's a virtual presence. And over and above, we are seeing sitting at different places, but we are able to come together for a common purpose of an FDP. Uniting the world on the fingertips and addressing it and identifying and logging it from anywhere and becoming part of it. Moving a little further into that, whom do we identify as Generation Z is very simple. Those born between mid-1990s and went up to 2010. Generation Z is stepping into the workforce with a radically different mindset, shaped by digital immersion, social consciousness, and relentless pursuit of purpose over paycheck. Symbol, the generation that is present. To be more precise, the professors, the teachers who are present there, we know our generation. How difficult for us it is to identify certain things in the laptop, certain things in the internet, certain things in the mobile phone that we have. Though numerous features are available there, still we find difficult to make use of majority of those features except for making a call, receiving a call, sending a message, maybe one or two pieces of social media, taking some photographs, storing it. The generation just below that, they might know a little more than maybe little bit of editing and things like that. But the little ones who are going to the school, you give them the mobile, even if there is a problem in the mobile, they will fiddle here, they will fiddle there, and suddenly you will see them emerging as people who knew as though everything about that particular equipment, and they have answers to everything. Dear friends, that is Generation Z. While sir was trying to tell me who are the faculty members today at SHC, SHIMS, and therein I had seen one faculty member. She was somewhere in one body on the roadside. Buses were there cheering each other, and then she was standing maybe among the crowd over there, but she was also identified. What is it exactly that we are talking about? This is a generation that is born into this technological growth. This is a generation that has spontaneous adaptation to the technology that is there. And that is why it is said their mindset is different and they are immersed. They are part and parcel of this particular revolution that is taking place in the fourth industrial revolution, wherein social consciousness, they have got a purpose, all that is correct, but without technology, it looks almost impossible for them to live on. Difference, that is a big move. The theme, Generation is Unplugged, as we already said it. Rewiring the work and the purpose and the power in the new age of industry explores how this generation is disrupting the traditional work model and redefining leadership, and we are seeing how it could be imagining success in a world where authenticity, impact, and innovation matter more than ever. We are seeing in the story at the beginning how Sharmaji was so much worried about traditional way of doing it. Everything has to be in place. Everything has to be already set. A frame must be there. Plan must be in place. Execution before it starts. Hierarchy will have to come in. Plans must be accepted. Then top to bottom, that flow of authority will have to happen. Then the response will have to take place. And everyone must be physically present. All that and more. And at the other side, we saw Zara. For her, it was matter of few hours. Things were out there in the social media. People started responding, and the responses that she received, they were fabulous. And therein you are seeing traditional work model of hard work paves way for smart work. The leadership became no more an autocratic leadership, but it was more of a democratic setup, wherein we are seeing authenticity, credibility, visibility, transparency, and innovation taking the better of the situation concerned. And so we can say generation is a mindset. They have got a purpose over paychecks. What does that mean? When you try to understand that statement, the generation is a mindset. It is purpose over paychecks means, unlike the traditional ways of looking at it, we go back, unless Sharmaji's mindset, generation does not view work only as a means to earn a living. Let's go back. We all of us studied in the school. Later on, we moved into the school, UG, PG. We looked for interview. We looked for placement. We got placed. And the first thing when we got placed, after the first day's work, or if not the appointment letter that came into our hands, when the joy was broken with the friends and companions and with the parents and the family, one of the first questions that we would have received was, how much? How much is the pay scale that they are promised you? Dear friends, generations of traditional understanding, they would say, this much is your work and this much is your ASK ability, skill and knowledge. Therefore, what is expected for you in return is obviously this much. And suppose by chance, let's say, the payment is not up to the expectation of them, immediately a bomb will fall. No need. They are not paying you. They are looting you. Look for a better job. This is a common ejaculation that we could hear from the senior traditional way of looking at the generation. But herein, the generation is that they will talk about, of course, payment will be there, but they see it every opportunity as a platform for expression, creating impact, and bringing in change. Remember Zara. Sharmaji was worried so much about how everything would be on paper systematic, and for that poor man was working even late into the evenings. Why? So because everything must be in place, 10 days only in hand. Zara, she had to respond to. She was there in the cafe, there she responds. She was in the bus, smartphone response. She was at home, therein she makes a response concerned, and quickly, 1 minute, a video just going viral, and people are giving such a beautiful response to it, and their comments, their reactions to it, that was manifold. And that makes a difference. And difference, that is the purpose of our paychecks. They do not say do not pay us, but they identify every opportunity as a platform. With access to global issues at their fingertips, because today we know with the growth of technology, the world has become a global village. And if everything is in place, one click, you are able to reach out to anybody at any part of the world at a given point of time. That is the same, the climatic change that is happening, the radical situation of aggressiveness, the bossiness that is happening there in the world, the social justice and the injustice that is prevalent, the wars that are being fought at different parts of the world, live telecasting. And today our friend, the Honorable President of US, trying to bring in different tariffs. The impact that it is created into the world is tremendous. But all these and more are just available to us on a click away. And that is what Generation Z brings, a deep desire to work for organizations that align with their personal values. And what is their personal value? What they look for is very simple. Can I bloom where I am? And will I have the opportunity for me to bloom the way I can by contributing to the organization, provided organization provides me with all that is required for me to bloom. Difference, that is what the mindset of Generation Z. Therefore, we look at the key characteristics of this Generation Z workers. At the very outset, we say that is mission driven. They prioritize purpose-led companies and meaningful work. As we had already said, they should find satisfaction at the end of the day's effort. They should be able to come out and say, yes, if I do this work, at the end of the day, I have satisfaction. I know the purpose for which I joined this organization, and I am able to accomplish those, and I have possibilities of growth. Those of you who are management students, and I am sure MBA students are sitting there, you have learned in that 14 principles of management, one is a scalar principle. May I ask that question to anyone? What is scalar principle? honorable MBA students of SHIMS, can anyone answer what is this scalar principle? Forget, doesn't matter that you may have forgotten, I believe. Scalar principle tells us the possibilities of scaling up, meaning to say promotion, meaning to say growth in one's own career. Dear friends, that is mission driven. Remember, priorities for purpose-led companies. What is the mission of the organization? Where is the vision of the organization? And how can I fit into this growth? And how am I going to contribute? And for that purpose, digitally native, we are saying generation is said they are born into it. They're naturally fluent in the emerging technology and they adapt at navigating digital platform. For them, it is not a big call. It is not a big headache. They know how to operate and they are too quick with it so that speed, accuracy, quality, it becomes spontaneously at their fingertip. Then, independent and entrepreneurial. What does it mean? Remember, people look for more of autonomy, more of freedom. Traditionally, if you look, we know things are structured. Pyramidal structure of hierarchy is there. So everybody knows within the bracket they need to function. Even if they have got capacity beyond that, but they cannot function unless and until they have the command coming from top to bottom to say how much are they able to move up. And is open to non-traditional career path, including freelancing and startup culture. And dear friends, that is what I want to remind you. This year, the college from where I am, Don Bosco Institute of Technology, Delhi, it gives us a beautiful example for that. This year, those students who are passed out from BBA, BC and BCom honors, a total number of 240 of them when they passed out, you can see placement is 55%. All those who asked for, they got placement. Now the beauty lies, 13% of that UG graduates, they are already gone up with a startup of their own. And the remaining, of course, is for higher studies. Dear friends, this is generation, isn't it? They want autonomy, they want their own path, and they are willing to cut loose and move forward. When we were studying way back, in 2012 and 13 and 14 unknown, another terminology that had emerged was blue ocean and red ocean strategy, wherein we had learned red ocean strategy is a strategy where cutthroat competitions exist. And as a result of which, people who enter into there, they need to be really competitive. If not, they will perish. Perform or perish. No other go. Blue ocean strategy was choose the road less traveled. Identify areas that have not been competed with. Move into that and make your way forward and you be the master. Dear friends, that is generation is at work. Diversity and inclusion champions seeks workplace that are equitable, inclusive, and socially responsible.
Further, sorry to interrupt you. So we have another 10 minutes to further. So 7:20 we have a Q&A session.
Yeah.
We have a Q&A session at 7:20.
Done, sir. Done. So that is where we are talking about. What they look for is diversity and inclusion of champions, wherein workplace becomes a place where no partiality. Irrespective of the place of origin, everyone is given their respect and everyone is given the opportunities that they need for blooming, and society will have to be taken into consideration. And so what happens? We need to redefine the work with flexibility, fluidity, and freedom. Dear friends, that is a challenge today, wherein we know Generation Z is challenging the conventional work time of 9 to 5 structure out. We had seen again, we go back to the example, Zara. For her, there was no place where she can work from. When she was in the cafe, she was addressing from there. When she was at home, she was answering from there. Because you should be able to remain attuned with it at any place. Favoring flexibility and work-life integration becomes the strong word. And post-pandemic era, thanks to the corona, maybe among the many negative things that happen, one good thing that has happened is this, wherein today we are able to feel more at home with the technology, a shift from remote work, hybrid offices, and digital nomadism gaining traction. That is to say, we know work from home, today it has become the watchword. Today, I was talking with one person who secured a job. He says, once a week, I go to my office. Remaining days, I remain at home. What matters is, can I do the task? Can I complete the work? From wherever it is, it hardly matters. Therefore, dear friends, more people are embracing the lifestyle of working remotely while traveling. The world trend becomes an advancement in technology, a shift in work culture, and a desire for greater flexibility and work-life integration. So, work rewired, and that's our topic tells us, outcome-based performance, meaning to say, hard work, yes, but that hardly matters how many hours you worked, but what outcome? Smart work is what is looked for. Flexible working models, emphasis is on remote and asynchronous collaboration, meaning to say, it need not be physically present to synchronize everything. It can be from anywhere, provided you are able to meet the demands. That is a flexibility. And continuous learning, a demand for upskilling yourself, cross-functional training, and mentorship, meaning to say, there is no limit for learning. Sky is a limit. And so we need to reach there. You teach as an enabler and not as a tether, meaning to say, preference for smart tools that enhance productivity and not surveillance. Moving on, we are seeing organizations that are willing to adapt to these preferences are not only able to attract generational talent, but also see a boost in the innovation and engagement. And we know that today that carries the day, meaning to say, those who are innovative, those who are able to look at the same reality from different angles, they have the day. Others will perish sooner than later. Therefore, the new purpose paradigm tells us, in a world flooded with content and competition, Generation Z is not just consuming, but they are creating. Another way of saying is, think out of the box, come out of the box and look at the same reality from a different angle and continue to perform and do not perish. They can succeed. So purpose-driven ethos is compelling companies to look beyond profits and adapt to environmental, social, and governance principles, ESG principles, wherein destruction is not what is envisaged, but construction. So we have purpose at work means sustainability in action, not just greenwashing, not eye-washing, not bluffing, but measurable environmental responsibility. CSR activities could be considered part of this. Ethical leadership, wherein people are interested to see what is happening, transparency, accountability, and moral clarity from leadership. There is no hide and seek game anymore. And social impact initiatives like volunteering, community engagement, and responsible supply chains. So, Generation Z expects their employees to take a stand. Neutrality is not accepted. Silence on social issues, they can never be understood. Instead, move boldly forward. So, rewiring power means from hierarchies to collaboration. Generation Z rejects rigid hierarchies and top-down management. Instead, they need flatter level of management where collaboration becomes a structure wherein ideas can flow freely and feedback loops are active and constructive. So the new power structure include shared relationship or leadership models, transparency in decision making, and digital first communication. So, power for Generation Z lies in authenticity, influence, and community, and not in the titles and the corner offices where people are able to sharply look at the other and say what is happening or not happening. So, building the future, what organization must do is attract, retain, and empower Generation Z talents. Companies must move beyond superficial perks and create work environment that resonate with generation's values and expectations. So the strategy proposed are embrace purpose as a business strategy, not branding tactics. Design flexible, inclusive, and collaborative working environment. Investment in meaningful professional development aligned with personal growth, and create space for Generation Z to live initiatives, innovation, and make decisions, and foster a culture of feedback, psychological safety, and recognition. So, in conclusion, we can say Generation Z effect is it is unplugged is not just a catchphrase, but it signals a change, a renovation, a revolution with a purpose, how we work, and the power that has been utilized for creating a new age industry. In this generation, unplugs what was outdated from the old models. We need to rewire, reshape, come out maybe with new things, honest on to business, educational institutions, and leaders to evolve. Those that listen, adapt, and cooperate, co-create with Generation Z will not only thrive, but become the architects of more humane, innovative, and purpose-driven industrial age. So we conclude by saying that this is not just the rise of a new workforce. Workforce is the same, but this is the emergence of a new work ethos. Not it is how do we work? One that is unplugged from the past and fully charged for the future. Dear friends, that is where we are, and that ends it all.
Thank you, dear Reverend Dr. Sachin M. Charge, for having thrown with your dynamic voice and invaluable points to this audience who are present virtually in this Gmate. So you just narrated us to us the Gen Z unplugged rewiring work, purpose, and power in the new age of industry. So the topic you dealt with in-depth knowledge. You started with a case study. We can say a case study or an anecdote, narrating to us yes how a traditional job seeker or a traditional worker or a traditional employee thinks of work and they contributes to the growth of the organization, and how a Gen Z employee works in the organization. So you have really delineated well, saying that traditions are yes, they have a rules bound, they have a structure, and wherein the Gen Z are in need of freelance and a free work style, and they want a meaning in their work and satisfaction in their work. And wherein tradition goes back to the wisdom, okay, and the in-depth knowledge, the structured way of doing it. So and also you just gave us lot of inputs like remote mode. Today the Gen Z are looking for the remote work anywhere. What do you need? What the organization needs to complete the work, and whether I work from the office or from the remote area. So that's why you said and asynchronous mode also is very important for this Gen Z. And also, you just talked about the upskilling, the mentorship, which is very important for this Gen Z. And moreover, the very important point you touch upon is today's these Gen Zs are in need of authenticity, the value, the purpose, and the change, the rethinking, the renovation. All these are very important point. And as instructors, we are in various colleges and as a professors and the teaching field. I think we need to understand in this perspective to mold this Zen set and so that they become the industry ready and follow the new work of ethos. Thank you so much for being with us today as a resource person and giving us the in-depth knowledge of this with related to this particular topic, Zen Set Unplugged. So, dear participants, the forum is open to you. If you have any questions, you can raise either you can ping in the chat box or you can unmute yourself and ask questions to the resource person of the day. The floor is open to you, dear participants.
Sir, good evening, sir. I would like to congratulate the organizer for having such a wonderful and informative session. And sir, there's one thing that we are seeing, that we have talked about the baby boomers, Generation Z, based on technology, based on their behavior. But what we are seeing is a lot of sea change in the behavior of the student towards anything, towards their creativeness, towards their thinking. So how to cope up with this behavior change as a generation which we belong before to them? Like if I'm instructor and if I'm teaching in my class, I am dealing with a generation Z, and there's a difference in my generation and with the student. So how to cope up with this type of gap in the generation? Thank you very much, sir.
Asja sir, if I understand you well, your question was the generation gap that is existing between the teacher and the student. How do we bridge? Is that what you asked?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a very simple thing. That is why we said it very clearly. Learning is never ending. And there is no limit. Sky only limits as the end for learning. Now, when the technology grows, we cannot sit back and say, we never learned it. Let me not do it. It is not my cup of soup. We can never say that. Technology is growing. And this exactly, I can give you an example with no malice towards any government office. When computers came first in the early 90s, and government offices, they had to shift from typewriters to computer. There's a big hue and cry from the employee's point of view. Those who knew only how to type, and they did not even need to look at the keyboard. And as a result, you could see even keys did not have the letters marked on that, they were not visible. And as a result, they said, no, computer is difficult. We are at home here. We will do and we'll give you everything precise, all that blah, blah. But at the end of it all, today when you look at the government offices, there would be hardly any office that has got typewriters running still. Instead, all will have been computerized. Why so? Because they opted. They opted to upgrade themselves. They opted to go for higher skilling themselves. And this is what we talked about ASK. The ability of the individuals will have to be upgraded. The skill of the individual will have to be enhanced. And the knowledge will have to improve because technology is growing way back. When the first industrial revolution took place way back in the 18th century, they were only learning how to prepare tools concerned for digging, for preparing food, for getting fire, all that and so on. Technology moved into second. It moved into the third. And today we have reached the fourth one, wherein we are talking about machines may think like us. Machines can work like us. AI has come into play. Data science has come into play. And therein, if we do not cope up with that, then we will be the loser. And therein, we may find our students are well ahead than we as teachers. And that is the day for us to say, bye-bye, I can no more be a teacher. Remember, a teacher should be able to guide and lead the students forward. For that, we have to upgrade. And once we upgrade, sir, that bridge in the gap will always be easy, and that will happen. And in order to do that, it is not necessary that everything has to come from the teacher. Take even also help from the students concerned. That is what we are talking about, participatory leadership. A while ago we talked about earlier the dictator style, that is no more wanted. The hierarchy, no more appreciated by generation is said. What they need is transparency, accountability, shared responsibility, initiative, enthusiasm, and looking at the new perspective, career growth. If that can be given, sir, everything is done. Asya sir, did I answer you?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you for it. It is very intelligent. It's very intelligent. Okay, there is another question, Father. It's pinged in the chat box. What about the over reliance of a newer generation on AI? Question from I think it was Andrea D'Souza. What about the over reliance of a newer generation on AI?
I have a very simple question to ask to the person who has posed the question with no malice, please. This is only for understanding sake. Suppose, let us say, you like sweets, and as human beings, as we are, all of us do like sweets. Now, let me ask you, on a given day, you take one full container of sweets and you overeat that. What happens to you by the end of the day? That person, please unmute and answer. D'Souza, please unmute and answer.
Professor Andrea D'Souza?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Could you answer that question?
Yes, sir. Can you please repeat the question?
Which means you are only ideally present. This is generation is the problem is that. We come back. You, Andrea, do you like sweets?
Not much, sir.
That was a very smart answer to avoid it. Do you like sambar?
I'm a Goan, sir.
Okay.
You are a Goan. What is your favorite food?
Sausages.
Sausages. Okay, sausages. Now suppose, let's say, you know sausages, how much is the quantity that you are supposed to take for each of the meals, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose, let's say, mummy purchased a big quantity and came and kept it in the fridge and went and told, Andrea, you take care of it. We are out for the day. By evening, we will see you. You would say, mummy is out, nobody is at home. Let me prepare the entire sausage and have it only for my lunch. By the time evening comes, not when the mother comes, by the time evening comes, what happens to your system, please? Would you answer, please?
So I'm having network issues. That's the reason
That's
why.
the best answer. This is another way of escape route. No problem.
No, sir. You can ask.
Very simple, we know.
Yeah.
Very simple, we know. Anything that is overdone, it doesn't take us to the purpose for which we are to be using it. Be it technology, be it food, be it habit, be it anything. When we overdo anything, what happens is we become slave to it, and then it will only mislead us. It will be destructive. Instead, when we use moderately, they will enhance us, they will sustain us, and automatically the end result will be good. And we will be able to move forward. And that is exactly even what happens with AI. If you ask AI, under the sun, it will have answers to everything in sun. No denial. But what happens? Your capacity for searching, your capacity for research, your capacity to study, your capacity to consult, they are on the diminishing part of it. At the end of the day, do you have answer? You have an answer. But rest everything has collapsed. And so tomorrow, you turn out to be only a machine, not a human being. Remember, the difference between a human being and a machine. Andrea, can you differentiate?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between a machine and a human being?
A human has emotions and is maybe better able to rationalize, and
Thank you. And
but
the machine?
a machine is probably reaching there with artificial intelligence, but as of now, not exactly as a human brain functions.
Machine cannot be doing that rationale part of it. What it is told, it will do, right?
Yes.
That becomes an automation part of it. Other side, rationale part of it is with the human beings. But when we over depend on only on this automation, we also become like a machine. You said there are emotions in the human beings. They will all be cut away. They will all go submerged. And at the end of it all, Andrea will be another machine. Do you want to be that machine? Follow artificial intelligence 100%. If not, moderately use it for your growth, your sustenance. Tomorrow, Andrea will be like that. We talked about the story, you remember? Sarah.
Yes, sir.
Sarah, you will turn out to be a genuine, innovative entrepreneur in the market, successfully growing in your career.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Did I answer you?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm a assistant professor, and I had this question because many of my students, they tend to use AI for their assignments, and it becomes very
Yes.
difficult to get control on how to really deal when students are using AI. That's the reason why I asked the question, sir.
Andrea, very simple answer there is. To that you can answer is very simple. When an assignment comes to you, you are able to no need any plagiarism check by looking at the answer, the vocabulary you know, whether it is written by the individual concerned from research or it has come from AI. If it is from AI, you tell them AI answers are appreciated, but percentage wise only marks will be given, not the full mark. Automatically students will fall back to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you thank you so much for in-depth knowledge. Just to add on to Father, just info Professor Andrea D'Souza. So today, Father also talked about Industrial Revolution 4.0. In the other European countries also already started with the 5.0 Industrial Revolution. When now what Father has given the explanation is the convergence of human intelligence versus artificial intelligence is needed, and the students can definitely, we cannot have a control over them, but we can train them, to use how to use the AI tools. And any other questions, dear participants? We are, I would request the organizers, Dr. Sasikant, kindly post the feedback link so that the participants can fill their feedback link as the question Q&A answer is on. Dr. Sasikant, can you post the feedback link? So meanwhile, the organizers post the feedback link. Dear participants, any other questions, any queries? Okay, so further, just to conclude, I think there are no questions. So the very, very important point, while there was one question which was asked by the particular professor, and you really stressed on these three vocabularies like ability, skill, knowledge. I think that is the need of the hour, especially we as a professors. I think this ability to deal with the students, upskilling ourselves, daily learning, and as you said, learning is not anything. It's not an end point. It's continuous. Okay, and we should have a knowledge when we get into the classroom setup. Thank you so much, Father. That is, I think, this acronym I will take into my classroom setup, like especially the ability of a professor, skill of a professor, and knowledge of the professor. So, without much delay, your MCs, is it ready? Can we go for a word of thanks? Dr. Sasikant.
Lawrence, just a moment. I request all the participants to just open your camera so that we can have a photo.
Dr. Sasikant, kindly post the feedback.
Participants.
Dr. Sasikant.
Lawrence, sir, it will be posted in the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Okay. I kindly request all the participants to open your camera so that you can have a photo.
Few more participants. Can you unmute the video? Sir, done, sir?
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yes. Dear MC, can you proceed with the final note? Yes.
Good evening to one and all present here. I am Ayyadurai S. on behalf of PG and Research Department of Management Studies, Sacred Heart College, Autonomous Tirupattur, here to propose vote of thanks on this special occasion. I extend my deepest appreciation to our esteemed chief guest, Reverend Dr. Sarjan M. George, who generously shared his valuable insights and experience, inspiring our participants to reach new heights. Your presence and knowledge were truly invaluable. Thank you, Father. In a special way, I would like to thank our head, PG and Research Department of Management Studies, Dr. S. Sasikumar, for welcoming the gatherings and his unwavering support towards the planning process of this faculty development program. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to organizing coordinators, our faculty members, and who have actively participated in the workshops and provided continuous support to our participants throughout the program. Your guidance and mentorship played a crucial role in the development. Your enthusiasm was driving force behind the program's success. Thank you, sirs and ma'ams. I would like to thank Ms. Akshya for doing Master of Ceremony. I would like to thank Ms. Deepika for introducing the chief guest. Management is all about managing in the short term while developing the plans for the long term, says Jack Welch. Thank you all.
Dear participants, the feedback link will be posted in the WhatsApp group, and you can fill it in the feedback form. So thank you so much. We'll meet you. Thank you for your active participations. We'll meet you on the second day of our FTP tomorrow at the same time at 6:30. Thank you. You can all leave the session.